happy July 1st. I can't believe it's already July 1st, and we've got Terry here to give us an update of what's happened this past quarter and what he's looking forward to in the next 90 days. So Terry?
Great, thanks Danielle, good to see you. Wow, it's been crazy. It's more of a roller coaster ride than a Disney World, what we saw in this last quarter. It's funny, when we sat here 3 months ago, we were just about to go into where we were with these tariffs and waiting for April 2nd to see what this results were going to be. We've seen one of the biggest drops in the history of the S&P, down about 15% within the quarter, and one of the biggest recoveries we've seen in the S&P through this. So we're kind of right back where we started at the beginning of the year, near all-time highs, which we've seen.
Yeah.
We're just a little bit off on the Dow, but it has been a roller coaster ride. And you know, what we've done is try to weather the storm, which we've done great, and took advantage for a lot of our portfolios during the quarter to say where we're going to be a year from now. So we did well, and I think what we're seeing here, we still don't have a lot of answers on the tariffs, but I think that's kind of been, for the sake of it, old news, and people feel that we will see something that's going to happen, but the revenue that's going to be coming into the country based on the predictions is going to be positive. Just today, the Senate has signed the big, beautiful bill. So we'll see if that's going to get signed and passed through back to the House of Representatives and by the President by July 4th, which is the goal.
Right around the corner.
We also saw in the quarter, this 12-day war, which we participated in with the Mideast. And again, there's just been a lot of sound bites, a lot of news on a daily basis. So we just try to stay ahead of it and say, where are we going to be economically, which I think the country's looking pretty good. Interest rates are still being held steady by the Federal Reserve at this point until they kind of have a full direction. But I do think at some point by the end of the year, we'll see a cut in interest rates, maybe 1, maybe 2, which is going to be good for the housing and also good for the stimulus on the economy. So it's a little bit unique. We haven't seen times like this where it's almost every morning you're looking for the tweet or the soundbite to see how the market's going to react. But lately, in the last 30 to 60 days, we've had some very positive outcomes, and companies continue to be prosperous. And I think we want to continue to focus on technology and the ability to have companies run efficiently with technology continue to improve, and the buzzword AI and where we go from here with that. But that's all efficiency. It's how companies can be able to stay efficient on their production and on their inventory and on utilization of workers. So I think that's very positive. So all in all, we think this quarter will be a positive quarter, but stay tuned, because it is something that changes pretty fluidly on a day-to-day basis.
Do you expect volatility to continue? More volatility, less volatility?
I would have to say it's going to be a little less than what we saw in the last quarter, where we were down 15, up 20. But I do think, volatility is kind of good both ways. And people now, with the next 3 or 4 weeks, will be focusing on the second quarter earnings that are starting to come out, and that seems to be the focal point. But I think with the passing of this new bill and the stimulus that provides to the economy and the country, and things being quiet throughout the world for any other issues, confrontations, that would hopefully be positive too. And I would love to see that people take a little bit of a vacation this summer, and things are just a little bit calmer, and we kind of roll back into things after Labor Day. But I think it's steady as we go, and we've been doing very well with that. And we purchase a lot of our own research that we kind of do our stock picks from, but we also rely on our parent firm here, LPL, which is coming out with their mid-year forecast and update, which we'll be sending everyone notices to see if they want to participate in watching that webinar, which will be coming out sometime probably the middle of the month.
Yeah, middle of the month, and you'll get more information. Also, if you check our newsletter that's attached to the performance reports in this email, you'll get more information on how to sign up for that. If you have any questions, though, just feel free to give our office a call, and we'll make sure that you can log into the webinar or get a replay information. And obviously, if you have any questions, feel free to just call us. We're here for you. We don't want you to, be worried about something and not just reach out and get the answers to your questions.
Great. Yeah, we're always here for everyone and answer any questions that we can on portfolios of the market. So that's great.
Super. Well, we're going to look forward to a few warm summer months, and we'll be back in September, which is right around the corner.
Great. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.